Suhag Jewelers, timeless jewelry for generations.
अब खाना बनाना भी उतना ही आसान हो जाएगा। 10 ही मिनटों में बनाइए अपने पसंदीदा डिशेस, चाहे वो हो शाही पनीर, दाल मखनी, तंदूरी वेजिटेबल्स या फिर दाल तड़का या फिर सीधी सादी भिंडी फ्राई। क्वींस करी किचन की तरफ से आपके लिए है 4 मसालों की शानदार रेंज, इजी करी। आज ही लाइए और जब आपके घर में खुशबुएं उठेंगी तो सब पूछेंगे आखिर ये खाना कौन से रेस्टोरेंट से मंगवाया है। आज ही कॉल कीजिए 5166100203 या फिर हमारी वेबसाइट के थ्रू ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर्स प्लेस कीजिए www.queenscurrykitchen.com। Free shipping all over the US.
The wonderful Rashmi and Janak Bedi. They are here finally, good to meet them. They are single-handedly responsible for making this evening.
Evening with the dazzling divas, when My Dream Entertainment Association organized Miss South Asia World 2019 at Dallas in Texas. The company's founder and CEO, Rashmi Bedi and Janak Bedi, conceptualized and to purify women beyond their age, color, looks and recognize their wisdom. The vision of this pageant was to empower the women and youth by giving them a platform to discover themselves and fulfill their dreams. The event was filled with glamour that turned out to be a wonderful way of encouragement and women empowerment in the community.
Hello everyone, welcome to my show. Today we have a very guest who is the winner of Mrs. Bharat USA 2019, SANDHYA Bayireddy. Let's welcome her.
Sandhya, you look lovely.
Thank you.
Tell me, what makes you stand out from the other contestants?
Thank you for the question. I feel everybody here is extremely beautiful. What's unique about me is I'm extremely passionate. I'm a very passionate person and I feel it's very important. And that is what sets you apart. If you do not have the fire within you of what you want to do, you cannot put your best effort forth. And without the drive to get things done, you will give up easily. There is no giving up in my nature. Thank you. And that's how
And the winner, of Mrs. Bharat USA 2019 is Sandhya. Wonderful job. Alright guys, the first and second runners-up, please join the winner with Aditi. Go ahead guys, first and second runner-up, join the stage, go forward and take a beautiful picture together.
Hey Sandhya,
Hi, Sneha. How are you? Thank you for having me in your show.
thank you so much. So that was a very magical moment, right? I want to know how did you feel like when you were announced the winner?
It's every girl's dream, I'm sure. I was anticipating it. I was definitely a bit nervous for sure, and I was accelerated with joy as soon as the announcement was made. It was a wonderful feeling. I mean, everybody worked so much hard to achieve this goal, right? So that day when the winner announcements had reached a certain goal, a certain level, I was so nervous, fingers were crossed, but as soon as they announced it, I was like jumping with joy.
Nice, so nice. So was it your childhood dream to be a pageant winner?
Yes, definitely. When I was very young, I used to watch Sushmita Sen's and Aishwarya Rai's pageant crowning moments on TV. And I imagined myself always getting crowned or answering the questions or then walking the ramp. I just never imagined that I would participate and be a winner myself one day.
But that's so beautiful, right? When you're a winner, wow, it's a wow moment, right? So
Yeah, I never imagined that I would participate. I mean, it was just came like that and just happened to me.
nice, nice. So as much as it's important to like do your question answer round correct, right? I feel it's also important to have your introduction to the pageant very nice. So what was included in your pageant introduction? Can you tell that?
We were just given 30 seconds of time to introduce yourself in the pageant. So whatever you wanted to convey, it has to be within the 30 seconds, right? So I mentioned that I'm an IT entrepreneur for sure, and then I talked about my dance in the fitness studio. Most importantly, I always feel that you got to be very confident and be extremely honest, and maybe answering the question or introducing yourself, and it'll really help. I mean, if you are yourself, you can just be confident. So yeah, that actually helped.
Yeah, and you definitely look confident, that's for sure.
Thank
So
you.
can you explain how did you train yourself for this pageant? Like what efforts did you put in? And like I'm sure all the pageant girls who want to participate, they want to know from the winner's mouth, right?
I tried to watch the celebrity pageant videos to see how they answer the questions and how their body language is and how they answer the questions or walk the ramp. But I started to think, and I also spoke to a couple winners that I know from a different pageant to see how it feels and how to make yourself prepare, comfortable, and all of that. But then I suddenly started feeling like, no matter what, how much you read and how much you learn or try to practice in front of the mirror, all of that, nothing would help. Nothing used to get into my mind because you have to be yourself. You don't know what question will be asked. You have to be honest. You have to be confident. Um, so yeah, and then I didn't know about Mrs. Bharat pageant until I got a message from one of the team members asking if I would love to participate. I jumped and said yes, and I participated like 2 weeks before the pageant. So of course, Mrs. Bharat is my favorite pageant, of course.
Nice, nice. And was there any part where you have concentrated more, like your talent or maybe your walk or the question answer? So where were you putting more efforts in?
I focus more on my outfits, to be honest, because I decided only 2 weeks before my pageant, correct? So I was busy shopping for my outfits, and more importantly, I was focusing on the pair of heels because I had a ankle tear. I had a ligament tear. I had an ankle injury few months before the pageant. I wanted to make sure I can stand enough, longer enough with my heels and all of that. So yeah, my focus was more on the outfit and the heels. Yeah.
So what was that feeling, right, when you saw all the other pageant contestants on the stage, right? Everyone is so well dressed, and then what was the feeling going on in your mind? Like, okay, I'm looking good, or was there? It's like, no, I'm confident. What was it like going on in your mind?
Me, what's more important is me being comfortable in my own skin, me feeling like myself. So no matter if I'm underdressed or not dressed enough or anything, I would not feel bad because um, I believe in myself. I feel more confident if I'm myself. So, so if I find others, wow, they're so beautiful and all of that, I would just go and compliment them for sure. But that will only make me feel good, but not anything low or anything like that. Yeah. So when I saw all of them, I was happy. I was happy that they're all prepared just like me. I was happy to see them, happy to greet them, and try to make friends with them.
Yeah, finally, it's like who you take, like the memories that you take home, right?
Right. And I did. I made enough friends. I made so many memories.
Nice, nice. You are a very good dancer. So I would like to know more about that. Like, are you trained from childhood or how about it? And like, what are you doing with your dancing skills?
Problem. It's been more a challenge to me. It's been a while. It's been a year since I've danced like I would love to. I'm more interested in classical dances. So it feels so good every time I see a good dancer, and I would always wanted to become one. But yeah, with the dance passion, I started a fitness and a dance studio of my own, and I spent most of my evening teaching the young kids. It's such a joy sharing what you know, and such a joy dancing with the responding to the music.
So
No
I
idea.
heard you're a fashion choreographer also, right?
Uh,
Yeah. Would you like to tell your experience on that? Like, how long have you been doing that?
so I was never into fashion until I really became a fashion choreographer. So it all started with a fashion show, a New Year fashion show, when his name is Ravi Gorineni. He actually plugged me into this fashion shows, and slowly I started choreographing, and all the Telugu organizations used to request me to choreograph for a fashion show, and all of a sudden the fashion show is in Virginia as such is they're very popular. So if there is an event, there have to be a fashion show for sure. Otherwise, it's not complete. So we were requested to choreograph, and we would love to walk the ramp and empower all the women around us to participate, encourage them to participate, and yeah, showcase all the designers and all of that. It was fun. It was all for fun.
Nice, nice, nice. So, what is fashion to you? What does fashion mean to you?
Fashion to me is more of what you feel like, what you are. Like if you feel like wearing just a comfortable jeans, pair of jeans, and then hit the ramp, to me that's also fashion. As long as you're confident, you're comfortable, you feel like doesn't matter. Whatever you wear doesn't matter. You just have to feel confident and present yourself. Enjoy what you are. That's all. That's fashion to me. Doesn't
Yeah,
have to be updated or anything like that. Whatever you wear, just flaunt it like that is it.
yeah. Confidence is what matters. I feel right. Yeah,
Self confidence, yeah. It's not the outfit you're wearing.
true, true. And you have been like dancing for long, right? So I think that is one of the fitness secret. But do you do only dancing, or you also take other ways to keep yourself fit?
uh, Dancing is, yeah, most of the time I if the music is on, I'm on the floor. Until the music is done, I will just not stop dancing. And gym to me, I find it very boring. I feel like I don't know, it's so stressful for me. Dancing is more like my type. Um, And other than dancing, I would do meditation. Meditation is something I would love to do because I feel if you train your mind, that will take care of yourself. That will take care of everything. If you're mindful of what you're doing, if you're mindful of what you're eating and the things around you, it will automatically take care of yourself. Yeah. So other than dancing, meditation, and yoga.
So you have any favorite dancers, like maybe international or Indian?
Hrithik Roshan, uh,
Nice.
I love the way he dances. He just enjoys what he does. He just enjoys himself. I think that is how I define dancing. You just enjoys.
Sure, sure, sure. And I can see that you have beautiful hair. So can you tell our hair secrets?
Thank you so much. Um, just shampoo my hair, and I use conditioner for every other wash. And I believe it's good, definitely good food, like fish and eggs and all. I drink a lot of milk. And other than that, I really don't do much. But growing up, my mom took a lot of care for my hair. Like she used to make sure I have plenty of rest, and I She used to condition my hair with lots of hair homemade products and all of that. So all credits to her. So nothing really that I do differently, especially for my hair. I just definitely try to avoid straighteners and blow dryers and all those chemicals and all of that, because that'll damage your hair more than you think. So other than that, honestly, nothing.
Yeah, and how about your skin? Do you do any special skin routine?
I moisturize my skin like twice daily without fail, and I use vitamin E oil before hitting the bed. If not for every day, I try to use as much as I can whenever I can remember, most of the time. I mean, yeah, and
Nice,
then lots of water. I drink plenty of water.
nice, nice. And how do you define yourself as a person?
Um, I strongly believe in myself. Like I put my heart and soul in everything I believe in, and I don't compete or compare myself with anyone because I feel like there is something to learn from each and every person, and I try to get inspired. I try to get inspiration. I try to get inspiration from all the hard workers, and I try to improve myself to become a better version of myself each and every day. And I'm always happy and content with what I have, and I believe that putting an effort to anything and everything will help you reach your dreams, and that is how I define myself.
Very nice, so nice. So, what does your typical weekend look like? What do you typically do over weekends?
Um,
When you're not in lockdown, I mean, not in lockdown. Before the lockdown, what were you doing?
right. You would usually find me chilling with my family and friends during the weekends. Family is always the first priority to me. So may it be an outing or watching a movie or chilling together or cooking together. Yeah, my favorite activity is hanging out with my loved ones during the weekend.
Very nice. And there is so much thing going on in the lockdown, right? Everyone's sitting home and all. I would like you to share something positive that happened to you in the lockdown.
Um, I felt we all learned to pause. At least I learned to pause. Pause, slow down. We all learn to live with what we have. We learn to share. We definitely became more patient and more compassionate and helpful and responsible to the situations around. Me especially, I have learned to become creative with my family, creative spending time with my family, and my family overseas, India.
Nice, nice. I would like to know who is the biggest motivation in your life.
Oh, my dad, my mom, my husband. Um, I have learned a lot of things from them, starting from how hardworking and how passionate a person could be, and how much love one person can actually give and sacrifice for their loved ones, being helpful, being passionate, and believe in yourself. All those kind of stuff. Almost my mom, dad, and my husband, they all share the same qualities, and I think they are my inspiration.
Nice. So when I say family, what comes first to your mind?
Family for me is spending time, knowing each other, being there for them, learning the best from each other, always giving, always sharing. That is how I define family. Togetherness, bringing everyone together. That's me.
Nice, nice. So, because we are talking more about the pageant, right? I would like to know how has the pageant impacted your life, the winning or whatever you have learned, you can share.
I have learned to. So there are times that they've fallen down, or there are times that I've become weak. But I learn to turn my weaknesses to my strengths. It could be for any cause. It could be for a physical reason, like I was hurt, or I was tired, or whatever it is. I believed and I started learned that when you fall, you should always find a reason to get up. You should get up stronger. like much and much stronger, become and be a role model to the rest of the world. Like show them that this is what it takes. Show them that all it takes for you to have a positive, a good intention in mind. All it takes for you to have a positive thought. All it takes you to have for you to push to make that effort. Try hard, and nothing is impossible. And that's what I learned from the pageant. There is no such thing as you cannot do. There is no such thing as giving up. That's what I
True.
learned.
So nice. And because pageant is also about giving back to the community, right? I would like to know, how are you giving back to the community? Because this is very important.
Right. Both individually and personally, and I mean through businesses, I have donated, volunteered, and organized through several charitable events, and we donated funds to St. Jude Children's Cancer Hospital every year, and I personally donate for uh, the child underprivileged community, child healthcare and education services through Asha Jyoti community, and it's also a non-profit local trust that we support each year. Um, and through our company and to personally, I provided monetary donations and volunteered hours to Cornerstones. It's a local non-profit organization for homeless people, homeless families. And Natya Bharati is one such organization. It brings Indian theater to the Washington, D.C. area. And also, I mentioned that I have a dance and fitness studio, right? Veerak
Yeah.
Academy. So all the funds, all the profits from the studio, starting from this year onwards, they're all channeled to some of the mentioned organizations, and also into the STEM, the improvement programs like FLL, FTC, and robotics for kids in middle and high schools. And ASAS, it's another one. It's after school all stars DC organization. It's after school organization for kids, for all the parents who service men and women, nurses, doctors, caregivers. They were all serving. They're all working relentlessly during this COVID time, right? So for all their kids, there is an organization called ASAS. So I donated funds for those organizations, supported them as well. And there are many such organizations that I've supported. Whoever has asked me for help, I was there. So yeah.
Wow, that's so nice. Like, you are really showing the world, like, it's not only, pageants are not only about beauty, it's about giving back to the community. So that's really good.
Thank you. And I feel with or without a crown, it's everybody's responsibility to give back to the community, right? You don't have to be a queen. Being a
True.
queen, yes, you're setting an example. But even otherwise, I feel everybody should be responsible and give back to the community.
That's so cute. And can you tell us something about your childhood memories? Like, do you have any special childhood memories?
A special childhood memory. All that, every single moment I spent with my parents, especially with my dad, that's the best memory for me. Like, may it be like, if I tried to, and this is a secret, probably my dad will watch it and be like, oh, really? You did that? So there were a lot of times that I would miss my school bus on purpose. So, so my dad would take him on his scooter, and so I can hug him and chit chat nonstop until I reach school. That's my favorite memory. Like, every time I think about going to school, I somehow can't think about getting into a bus. I could only think about going to school with my dad. Trust me, like, how many times I missed my bus. That's my favorite childhood memory.
I think I can relate that, because now that we're in US, we're away from parents, and like, we feel that more, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. And do you have any special, like, most memorable moment in your life? Not just childhood, it can be any time.
The first thing that came into my mind is my kids. I have twin boys, and I dreamt of having twins ever since I watched Bombay movie, ever since, like, I was a little girl. So I dreamt of having twins, and I had one, and that's my best memory till date.
So nice. So we have heard about a lot of things in US, but we want to know, where do you live? And can you tell us something about your state or your city? Anything people in India would like to know?
I'm from Virginia, the state of flowers, it's called. And if I should talk about a fun fact or a fact, Virginia is it's famous for Navy. It's an Atlantic fleet, and it's also known as the birthplace of the nation. It's Jamestown. So it's the original. It's one of the 13 original colonies that was famous for silk cultivation.
And now we know that Sandhya also lives there. Yeah, that was nice. So now we're going to have a rapid fire round, and I'll be asking you 10 questions. You have to answer me quickly, okay?
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah, your favorite book?
Favorite book? Mahabharata, the kids' Mahabharata version. But it's much easier to understand.
Favorite actor?
Favorite actor, Shah Rukh, Hrithik. Mostly Hrithik Roshan because I love his dance and acting. Yeah.
Nice. Favorite color?
White, anytime.
I think you had worn a sari also, which was like white or silver for your
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. I would just love it anytime. Yeah.
You look so beautiful in that.
And
Favorite dessert?
death by chocolate.
Are you a foodie?
I'm really not a foodie, but I love desserts. I will never miss my dessert like a single day. And chocolate, I cannot stop myself. Like even before the pageant, I hogged a lot of chocolate, so I would feel energetic and happy.
So that is the secret we are giving to the viewers, okay, guys? So you know now. Okay. So favorite makeup product?
I'm Bare Minerals, that mineral powder. It'll actually, yeah, it's very hydrating. I love it. It's my favorite product.
So which brand is that? Can you tell the viewers?
Bare Minerals.
Oh, okay, Bare Minerals. Okay.
Bare Minerals and mineral powder in it.
Okay. Favorite clothing brand?
Clothing brand, Neiman Marcus. Like anytime. I would go there. I know I can fit in any, my favorite, the number I can. There's no such thing as alterating or anything like that. So yeah.
Nice. Favorite perfume?
Chanel.
Chanel. Anything?
Mademoiselle.
Nice. And dress up or makeup?
Dress up. Not really both, but if I have to choose from one, it's definitely dress up.
Okay. Dresses or jeans?
Dresses or jeans, depending on where I am. But if on top of my mind, I would love to wear a pair of jeans and a gorgeous dress.
Okay. And if I have to say sari or jeans?
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Given any given time, yeah, undoubtedly.
Last one, okay? India or USA?
India. Any given time, always, undoubtedly.
Nice, nice. So it was a very fun rapid round. I want to now know, like, what are your thoughts and what would you like to tell our viewers who want to participate in like pageants or who are looking forward to but still not made up their mind whether they should participate in a pageant or not? Any message you want to give out to those girls, boys?
Sure. So I would say just go out there, put yourself out there, experience it. It's the wonderful thing that you would experience. I personally learned a lot about myself. So go out there, rediscover yourself, redefine yourself, explore what you're capable of, explore what is out there. Go put your best out there. Be confident, be yourself. There is no such thing as that you cannot achieve. Give your best, go with your positive attitude, and you can rock the world.
Nice, so nice of that. So, are there any ways that people can connect to you on social media? Would you like to share?
I'm on FB and on Instagram. My FB handle is SANDHYA BAYIREDDY, and my Insta handle as well. I'm planning on opening a page probably today. I always delay by doing it. People keep pushing me to start a page, and I'm like, I'm a little shy person in that case. But yes, I will start a page very soon, and it will be under my name as well. So please follow me.
So, guys, if you would like to follow her, please go back to her name and search her name on Facebook, and you'll find all her information there. Anybody who would like to connect with me, you can find me on Facebook as Sneha Vishal, and my Instagram is located there as well. Thank you so much, Sandhya, for coming on the show. It was a lovely show. And special thanks to Janak ji, Rashmi ji, and My Dream Entertainment. Thank you for this platform.
Thank you so much, Sneha. It was a wonderful interview. I had so much fun. And thank you so much, My Dream Entertainment, especially Rashmi ji and Janak ji, for providing such a wonderful platform empowering women. I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
And the couple, the wonderful Rashmi and Janak Bedi. They are here finally, good to meet them. They are single-handedly responsible for making this evening.
An evening with the dazzling divas when My Dream Entertainment Association organized Miss South Asia World 2019 at Dallas in Texas. The company's founder and CEO, Rashmi Bedi and Janak Bedi, conceptualized and to beautify women beyond their age, color, looks and recognize their wisdom. The vision of this pageant was to empower the women and youth by giving them a platform to discover themselves and fulfill their dreams. The event was filled with glamour that turned out to be a wonderful way of encouragement and women empowerment in the community.